Fall. Introducing first.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by superstar Sean Davis, and this is WWN Proving Ground.
Baby, we have got such a huge show tonight. I am so excited. This is the first major event of 2023, and what a way we're gonna kick off the new year tonight. We've got a huge main event tonight, the Proving Ground Heavyweight Championship on the line, in a big rematch with the champion Jonathan Hudson taking on Buckshot Brian Brock. The first time they wrestled was just a hard-hitting, brutal match. Nothing was settled, and they can't wait to hook it up again tonight.
Yeah, you can definitely feel, Sean, we are jam-packed here in the WWN Training Center. Excitement is in the air.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna have a heck of a match to start it out here. The Nova Alliance of Krieger, Cameron Stewart, Tyler Uriah, taking on the Miami Crew.
Great to see this trio from Miami back in a WWN ring. Been impressed by all of these guys, Sean.
Yes, sir. These guys for the last almost year have been regulars here at WWN Proving Ground. Coming, like you said, all the way from Miami to compete here in Port Richey at the WWN Training Center. It's going to be a very interesting match. You know, one man I want to point out who's been on an absolute streak of destruction lately is Krieger, the master of the Iron Claw. Now, Krieger actually had his first loss in Proving Ground last week to the heavyweight champion Jonathan Hudson. But other than that one mark on his record, he has been absolute devastating with that Iron Claw. It's put one guy out after another. And I'm interested to see what he does tonight with the other members of the Nova Alliance.
Of course, the pomp and circumstance from Cameron Stewart. No shock there, only Cams.
Well, you could say the man is slightly enamored with himself, I guess you could say. But who can blame him? I mean, look at the guy, right? I mean...
Now the question is, will Xander Maddox go for this test of strength? Of course, Cameron Stewart, big shocker there.
Big cheap shot to start things out, but I'm sure that was called by Captain Aaron Nova in the back beforehand.
Yeah, couldn't help but notice the handful of hair as well there. Cam Stewart pulling in Xander Maddox. And as much as I don't like the attitude of Cameron Stewart, ton of potential in this athlete. You just saw it right there. Beautiful shoulder tackle, but now this, what is this, Sean Davis?
Well, I gotta tell you, Cameron Stewart, true blue chipper here in the wrestling industry, but I think if there's one thing that he's got against him, it is his arrogance. Like, he's just way too cocky.
For Xander Maddox. Oh. Interesting way to beg off there by Cameron Stewart.
Well, Stewart doesn't want his face damaged, obviously. I mean, he makes a lot of money on the side with that face.
Third kick does connect there, and after a little bit of making fun of his opponent, now Tyler Uriah tagged in. Young man with a lot of strength here, but it looks like the finesse is on the side of Xander Maddox.
Tyler Uriah is definitely the enforcer of the Nova Alliance, maybe the Arn Anderson of the team. he's a lot more down to the basics and getting the job done, while Cameron Stewart's a little bit flashier. And Krieger, he just likes to hurt people. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
Of course, Baby Keith now tagged in. Makes his own music, by the way.
Yeah, I heard he has quite a hip-hop career, I guess. He'll be right up there with Coolio and DMX maybe. I don't know. I haven't listened to maybe 20 years of rap, so I don't know.
And did you just see how Baby Keith got up? It's very impressive. And catching Tyler Uriah, who, oh, by the way, had gotten a handful of hair earlier. But right now, it's all Baby Keith.
Baby Keith has surprised me with his athletic prowess in the past year. He's not a big guy, but I'll tell you, he can really put things together in that ring.
And of course, Puma Johnson. I've been incredibly impressed by Puma Johnson since the first time I saw him here in Proving Ground, really a year ago. So much improvement by this young man, and really coming from a tough background as Cameron Stewart gets tagged in.
And I'm going to take a wild guess that Cameron Stewart did not come from a tough background. I'm just going to say that. But whoa, and there goes Krieger.
That's it. Krieger was setting up the claw. Captain Aranova was calling for it, and right now, instead, Puma's in control, but really it became 4-on-1 there, Sean. And perhaps not surprisingly, the numbers game stopping Puma Johnson. Couldn't help but notice, by the way, Captain Aranova dressed up tonight. He's got the tie on.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a big night here at Proving Ground, so he's pulling out all the stops.
And unfortunately for the Miami crew right now, with things cut off like this, what are Krieger, Cam, and Tyler calling themselves again?
Well, these are the Nova Alliance.
The Nova Alliance.
Yes.
So the Nova Alliance right now in control, and we're seeing Krieger in the ring for the first time. Sean, you've already talked about how dangerous Krieger is.
For somebody that's honestly, he's a rookie in this business, he has shown us so much. And whoa, is he going for the claw already? I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised he's already bringing this out.
Definitely crushing the cranium here of Puma Johnson.
Wow, he let it go already. At one point, Krieger had, I believe, 6 weeks in a row of wins with the Iron Claw, which is just incredibly impressive. That's why he was granted a title shot last week. Gorgeous double drop kick.
Yeah, notice the quick tags as well. Now the pin. And the 2 count only. Got to give it to the Nova Alliance, though. These guys are absolutely working as a unit. And in a 6-man situation, that's what you're going to need to do.
Absolutely. Aaron Nova has these guys training hard. They knew there'd be a tough challenge here tonight. He's got, whoa, nice counter.
Yeah, small package, no.
Just the boo, what's that? Oh, misses the drop kick.
Yeah, Puma could see the attempt right there coming, and right now we got 2 men who both need to tag.
They're both down. We're see who can make them go up. Okay, Stewart cut him off here. He says, oh, jawbreaker.
And this is the moment here for the Miami crew. Puma's got to get over there.
Fans definitely behind the Miami crew here. Tag to Baby Keith. Big clothesline. Tyler Uriah knocks down Krieger. Wow, house of fire here, Baby Keith.
And the energy's infectious right now.
The fans absolutely love this kid. Oh, nice faceplant move there. Going for the pin.
Pinfall. Not enough, though. Downward spiral could not take out Tyler, thanks to Cam Stewart breaking things up. But now, does Cam really have the time for the gyrations?
I don't think he realizes Xander's in back of him. Oh! Xander muck, but there's the claw. Krieger with the claw.
Yeah, it's all fun and games, unfortunately, until you get caught. But guess what? Getting caught right there, 2 knees. Puma rocking Krieger.
Miami crew definitely in control right now, but Tyler Uriah just cut him off. You know what's?
And now the Ace Crusher, Baby Keith, perhaps getting the last word here.
Captain Nova is freaking out right now. He's freaking out. Baby Keith with Aaron Nova.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy if something happens to Nova, but no, unfortunately.
Wait a minute, what? Stop. Oh, double clothesline. They're both down.
We got pretty much the entire roster in this matchup in trouble, minus Krieger.
Referee's making a count here. Who's going to make it to their feet? Krieger's in, trying to revive Uriah.
Yeah, things quickly breaking down here, Superstar. And I think we're about to see all 6 men go right at it. I don't know where they're getting this energy.
We've got a street fight breaking down right now.
And I think we got 2 men dumped out.
2 men dumped out.
Make it-
All 3 are dumped out.
But you notice the Miami crew catching themselves. And could it be tandem sunset flips? I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this.
What? Could this be it? No, they countered it. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Miami crew pulls out the win.
What a unique way to get the men pinned there. Didn't matter who was legal at that point, right?
And what a way to start out this show. Huge win by the Miami crew. Some might say a significant upset, as the Nova Lions have been running roughshod lately here at WWN Proving Ground. Again, what a night we've got tonight. Besides the heavyweight championship match, we've got...
Introducing first. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich. He hails from West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 167 pounds. He is a Gucci man, Versace Prince, the god of Louis Vuitton. Blake Banks.
Blake Banks has added to his monikers.
Yeah.
I still remember the trust fund kid, but I guess he's been with the folks' money long enough now that he can claim it's his own.
I guess so.
Say what you will, though, definitely a talented young athlete, as is his opponent.
Very talented. Definitely not lacking in the self-confidence department, Mr. Blake Banks.
And his opponent. He is fresh from the nearest insane asylum, weighing in at 173 pounds. He is a sinner, Christian Mills.
I'm always curious what planet Christian Mills is on at any given moment. Not sure I'd want to necessarily have a conversation with him, but for sure you could tell a crowd favorite here at the WWN Training Center.
Yeah, Christian Mills just recently made his return to WWN Proving Ground. And he has told me in the back that, you know, he's got his sights set on that Cruiserweight Championship. It's currently held by Daniel Starling. But first he's got to get through Blake Banks right here. This is not going to be an easy match for him.
Yeah, as I stated before the matchup, 2 talented athletes, and wow, Banks taking Mills right down. There's a reason when you get a guy's head locked like that, there's a value to what you can do, and you just saw it right there. And of course now Christian Mills was starting to show the athleticism, but got to after the shoulder tackle. I'm impressed.
Oh, Japanese arm drag by Christian Mills. You don't see that very often. Then followed up with a traditional one and a big drop kick. And yeah, Christian Mills has come here to fight tonight.
Yeah, not surprisingly, as you already brought up, both of these guys definitely in the cruiserweight category.
That might have been a knockout right there.
Yeah, that Meteora into the pin. Not enough, though. Blake Banks still in this thing.
Blake Banks is checking his teeth right now. We might have parents might have to pay for a dentist visit later this week.
Yeah, I don't know how good the Gucci looks or other brands that already escaped me in that situation, but
smart move right there.
Yeah, Mills was taken right into the ropes and now dumped head first. A lot of pomp and circumstance before that Bulldog, but now the pin. And you can just see the intensity in Blake Banks right now, Sean.
Well, this kid is somebody right now that is just ready to go to that next level in professional wrestling here. I mean, he is. Yeah, the fans might make fun of him for being a spoiled rich kid, a brat, or whatever. But I'll tell you, this kid puts in the work in the gym, and he is putting in the work in the ring. He's getting those reps all around the state of Florida, anywhere else that he can wrestle. And you can see it right here from the experience that he's gotten recently.
Pinfall.
He's ready to go to the next level, and I think he's definitely going to be a future major player at WWN.
And I can't help but point out, all the while Christian Mills was getting choked, that kick onto the ropes by Banks, adding insult to injury. But Mills, the signs of life, but the boot was caught.
Nice counter by Banks. Oh, what would you call that?
Into the pin.
There we go.
That was a blur of offense there.
Banks was actually holding the back of his head there. It looked like there might have been he might have hurt himself a little bit on that move. But he's going right back to the basics here, which is important. Well, a basic elbow to the jaw, I guess. There we go.
Yeah, very prone Christian Mills. And just getting stretched out now by Banks.
Yeah, he's hooking him right there.
And
possible submission. I don't know if he has it locked in tight enough to get a submission. It looks like Mills is still pretty with it and is fighting back now.
I think you can see there's a little bit of an urgency to the offense here. Really both athletes, but especially Banks right now.
Right.
Just pounding on his opponent, trying to take out Mills as quick as he can.
Banks is wasting time, John, with the crowd. He just needs to get into it here, try to finish Mills off.
And that was exactly what Mills needed to do. Hit the drop kick, create some separation. But now the question is the damage that's been done to Christian Mills. Will Mills be able to recover in time to really take things over here, Sean?
Well, he needs to get with it right now. He needs to stay on top of him. There we go. Now he has Banks rocking.
And the counter now. Beautiful. Into that neck breaker, spinning right in.
Nice neck breaker.
The torque, and that may have been what they were trying earlier that got reversed into
for a suplex.
Who knows
He
what.
get him up. Whoa, he couldn't quite get him.
Rolling him up, no.
Oh, thought Banks was going to get it maybe. Last week he was successful with a big pull of a tights. I mean, he denied it, but it was pretty obvious. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd here at the training center as Mills is on the top. Oh!
The moonsault rocking Banks into the pin.
Is this it? No, reversal by Banks. He has him. And
they got him.
Here is your winner, the Trust King, Blake Banks.
Blake Banks with the big win. Beautiful reversal of the moonsault.
And very smartly was able to force down his opponent. Christian Mills just had no choice. Those shoulders weren't coming up. And I think, Sean, when you look at this matchup and just the speed in which both guys were going, definitely a sprint. I don't feel like they ever slowed down.
They did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Oh no, who's coming out? One of my least favorite people in WWN. It's gonna be Princess Josh bringing his crew in.
Princess of Beer myself, Princess Josh, representing Cerise, the king of wrestling, she's born in the paladin of pro wrestling, the Metro 20 Training Center.
Bit of an odd couple here, but I know the combination.
I think odd is the word with anybody that's associated with Princess Josh. I have nightmares about this guy's voice at night after the. Now, Chase McCoy is a recent addition to Surichi, or whatever he calls his group. Two of the more popular wrestlers here in WWN Proving Ground, Rafael Delgado and Juice James. The first time that they're teaming up. This should be a very interesting matchup.
I like it.
Now, Drake Xavier is the former tag team partner of Tweedledee. They were top contenders, but Tweedledee and Drake Xavier recently had a bit of a falling out, and we haven't seen Tweedledee in a few weeks now. We're not quite sure what's up with him. Drake Xavier was trying to go the solo route, but then Princess Josh, he recruited Chase McCoy. We're going to see what they can do as a team. Wow.
Yeah, that chop from Delgado just rocking Drake Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier apparently had enough already. This McCoy, I don't know if you've had a chance to see him yet, but this guy's not 100% playing with a full deck. I'll just tell you that right now.
Anybody without moniker Buzzsaw, are you shocked? And you can hear right now, Chase McCoy wants the juice.
This could be a very, very big mistake.
Of course, Juice James recently in the title picture looking to get back that way, perhaps from a tag team division perspective. Oh! Rafael Delgado. Rafael Delgado, a former tag team champion himself here.
Oh, it's a slap on the keister of all things, and then a drop kick to the keister.
Yeah, the disrespect there, if you will, and you saw McCoy trying to get over to Drake Xavier, but now gut wrench. Beautiful. Indeed, Delgado put in the work, definitely showing the enhancements in the repertoire of the moves as Juice James now tagged in. Oh wow, the knees.
Rafael Delgado, a graduate of the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center. You can see the things that he's learned here and continues to learn as he trains here.
Oh, and the kick right there to the back from Drake Xavier. Wow.
Nice cutoff. Smart move by Xavier. You can see the tag team experience that he's gained over the last several months here at Proving Ground.
Yeah, and Xavier's looking good physically. I can just see a huge difference.
Amazing. He definitely is a front runner for the most improved wrestler in Proving Ground. No doubt about it.
Of course, for Juice James right now, that is not helping him. Pinfall.
2 count only.
And of course, like you said, Princess Josh outside of the ring, a distraction.
Definitely a fan favorite here. Proving Ground, Juice James. The fans absolutely love him.
And the buzzsaw, using the arm like a buzzsaw,
referee
the
Jim
face.
Bragg needs to break this up, I would think.
And the prone body of Juice James, man, if there was any oxygen left, you think it's gone now, into the pin. Somehow a kick out, Sean.
Juice James, man, I mean, this is a tough kid. I have seen him have some absolute knockdown, drag-out fights here at Proving Ground. He keeps coming back. But I'll tell you, I think Princess Josh definitely has Drake Xavier and Chase McCoy ready for tonight. He's had them preparing because they're bringing it right now. They are absolutely bringing it to Juice James and Rafael Delgado. Oh, there's a big boot. And the big right. One of the best punchers in Proving Ground. Juice James.
Uranagi now taking out Drake Xavier.
Gorgeous.
James definitely needs to find his way across the ring.
Unfortunately, he's on the wrong side of the ring. He's in opposition territory right now. Can he get across the ring and make the tag?
Yeah, it's going to be a very long
road. He's getting there. Xavier seems pretty out. He's good. There he goes. He makes that tag to Delgado.
And Xavier's still in the ring. I don't know how fresh Chase McCoy would be either, but still. Good opportunity for Delgado. Now the pin. Broken up by Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw in just in time there. But Xavier is hurt right now. I'm pretty sure big punch by McCoy caught Delgado.
And that spinning kick there.
First spin kick was gorgeous.
Not only rocking Delgado, but I think right now, giving Xavier the time to get the tag, the much needed tag to Chase McCoy. And there's a very prone Rafael Delgado. This could be the beginning of the end for Delgado.
Oh, the miscommunication double axe handle by McCoy onto Xavier.
Now that opportunity for Delgado to take advantage, tagging James. What's the juice got?
Oh, Famouser!
He got him.
And that's it.
Here are your winners,
Absolute flurry of action there, and you can see when a team works as a unit, that is all the difference. And victorious tonight, Juice James, Rafael Delgado.
Very, very impressed with Juice James and Rafael Delgado as a tag team.
And Princess Josh very unhappy outside of the ring. Would not want to beat Drake Xavier or Chase McCoy tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the ACW Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first.
So hard to find some real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, you know me. I will cry with you mine, you can call me you. No matter what time, when you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be. I wish you had hair like that.
Challenger Andy Backstar of the show making his way here to the ring. The big opportunity here tonight at WWN Proving Ground. In fact, now I am joined by the one and only head trainer at the WWN TC, Francisco Chiazzo.
Always a pleasure, Trevin Adams. Thank you for having me. It's amazing to be sitting here next to you tonight on this auspicious occasion. Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you.
And his opponent.
Captain Air Nova coming in with the champion, Daniel Starling. You got to think Nova still full of absolute excitement, piss and vinegar, the fact that he has a champion in his stable.
You'll never hear the end of it. That's all Aaron Nova talks about. It's Daniel Starling and the fact that he's got gold in his camp.
Of course, it's been very impressive to see the run that Daniel Starling's been on here in WWN Proving Ground. A much different Daniel Starling than we once knew. This man is lethal, this man is effective, and this man is absolutely a champion.
Trevin, it is not the same guy. This Daniel Starling is not the same Daniel Starling from 3 years ago.
First, the challenger standing to my right from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 170 pounds. He is the star of the show, Indy Man.
Is he like a pilot?
He's a captain of something. Not really sure if he's a pilot.
Is your undefeated ACW Cruiserweight Champion, the imperceptible one, Daniel Starling.
What was that word that he used?
It's a great question.
I'm not even. I don't think I'm in the R's yet in the dictionary. It wasn't an I.
I thought he said like imperceptible or something, and that's not. It could not have been the word.
I can't even say it.
That's what it's all about. The ACW Cruiserweight Championship. Senior official Billy Grace, your first American boyfriend, Mr. Chiazzo.
You know, first pop of the night. That's fantastic. You know who's not a cruiserweight? Aaron Nova.
Yeah, no question.
Let me tell you, Trevin Adams, Daniel Starling, in my opinion, is one of the best unsigned talents in the entire country, and you're going to see it right here.
Yeah, both of these athletes have really impressed in Proving Ground. Of course, Daniel Starling with the proof in the pudding of the championship. But this was a matchup that when I saw it on paper, I said, I can't wait to see it.
Trevin, I can honestly tell you, over the last, I don't know, maybe 365 days, these guys have literally come into their own. Both of these athletes have come into their own. Both deserve the gold, and we're going to see it right here tonight.
And it's really the definition of what Proving Ground's all about. This is that concept. You come here to the WWN Training Center, and you get better. You put in the reps, you put in the hours, and you fight. And that's what you're seeing here right now from both of these athletes. Of course, you got to think there's going to be a little bit of caution in that drop toe hold, taking down Starling, because you know what both guys can do. So you got to be careful how you get into things with your opponent.
Both of these pros are technically sound. If there was a mirror in front of them, they both almost identical in every sense of the word.
And both men really have each other. Scouted drop kick, though, connects.
And there's no love lost between these two guys. Make no bones about it. They do not like each other.
And Starling taking advantage of the ropes. Maybe some advice from Captain Aaron Nova.
And that could be the deciding factor, Trevin, is that he's got Aaron Nova.
Atomic drop connects, and right now Andy Mack in control. Unique way to kick your opponent. Taking advantage of the ropes as a bit of a ricochet, get the extra velocity, if you will. And here's Aaron Nova.
That's what I was just talking about. There's a third man out there. He could quite possibly be the deciding factor.
The low bridge catches Starling, and things have not been going in the favor of the champion thus far. It looks like Mack's getting ready to fly. Or not, catches Starling. Hell of a chop.
The one thing Mack has to realize, he can't win the title on the floor. He's got to get him back in the ring in order to win that title.
Definitely want to watch that 10 count to your point. And of course, keep an eye out for Captain Aaron Nova as well.
Was that a scream from Aaron Nova?
It definitely was high pitched. And up and over. I've been impressed by Mack so far. Is this going to be enough? 2 count only. And you notice that Mack rolled the challenger, the champion, further into the ring. Smart move by the challenger. Make sure no ropes could get involved.
Both of these guys are technically sound. They know their way between that 18 by 18, and we're seeing it right here.
And now Starling, you see, to your point, knew where he was in the ring, was able to hang his opponent over that top rope, and quickly going for the pin.
But mistake on Daniel Starling. Hook that leg every time. You got to win this match. You got to hook that leg. You can't just assume.
It looks like the strategy right now for the champion is cut off the oxygen of your opponent.
Well, no matter what, if he can't breathe, he can't fight.
Now ripping at the face of Andy Mack, and Daniel Starling going right into things. And this is what you got to do from the perspective of now using the hair as well.
Well, what you want to remember too, Trevin, is Mack has to beat Starling. Starling doesn't have to beat Mack.
Oh no, the other shoulder was not down. Good job by the official, but you just said it.
Great job by the official. America's first boyfriend, like you coined that phrase.
First American boyfriend? But
first American boyfriend.
But like you were saying, as the champion, you got the champion's advantage. And of course, in the case of Andy Mack, you really have a 2-on-1 when it comes to Captain Aaron Nova. Of course, you can hear the whole WWNTC getting behind all the Proving Ground faithful, trying to will on Andy Mack after that shin breaker. But so smart by Starling, catching the opponent. Beautiful suplex.
There is no doubt Daniel Starling knows his way around that ring at all times.
And that 2 count only, but you saw the force that went with that suplex. There was no messing around. There was no finesse. This was, how do I dump my opponent right on the back of their head? The champion in control.
That is Daniel Starling without using foul language. What does the kids say now? Mess around and find out? Is that what they say now? That's what he just said with that suplex.
I definitely agree. Sterling's got something in mind here in the corner. Or perhaps not, but stop, back body drop. Great counter by Andy Mack. And right now the challenger throwing in those strikes, and just when you perhaps were thinking Andy was in trouble, man, he's in control.
He is on the verge. He has got control of this match. He's got to keep control. That's the key.
And of course Starling, like he heard you, of course unfortunately telegraphing it, was trying the reversal. And a beautiful neck breaker.
Textbook neck breaker, Trevin.
Springboard, not even a moonsault, it was right there into like a senton pinfall. Wow, how close.
I'll give it to him. Nice deep cover by Mack.
A hair away from a new ACW Cruiserweight champion. And it's wild seeing Starling in this kind of trouble after the role that Daniel Starling's been on.
We might need to check Aaron Nova's blood pressure when this match is over.
He signed a medical release, all right? Because I'm
He did. He signed it. I saw
that.
it.
Okay.
Notarized, too.
Reversal from Starling. Oh, official almost taken out. Mack puts on the brakes. But this time, there goes Billy Grace.
There he goes. He's down. We don't have a ref here. What's going to happen, Trevin Adams? Look at this.
Pop up into a neck breaker, and right now,
That's it.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right. I think that could very well be the end of this match.
That's
because there's no official. And Mack's heading to the top.
I've seen this before, Trevin. This is it.
Flying off with a star of the show jam. But nobody. No one to count.
Count to 100. He's out.
I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. Here's Nova with the championship. Mack ducks.
That was a scream. I knew that was him.
And I think the captain be serving
Whoa!
this time. What a punch turned Aaron Nova inside out, and right now Andy Mack is trying to revive the official. And now Daniel Starling with the belt. Come on.
I'm still stunned over that punch heard around the world.
Under the cravat, Andy Mack is in trouble. Submission predicament, and you can see Billy Grace, the official, coming back to life. And he said, that's it, that's it.
Here is your winner, and still ACW Cruiserweight Champion, the imperceptible Daniel Starling.
Imperceptible.
What a fantastic match, Trevin Adams. I'm not really sure Aaron Nova has any more teeth left, but that match was absolutely out of this world fantastic.
Yeah, but unfortunately ruined once the official got knocked out. The physical championship belt getting involved. And what looked like it should have been Andy Mack's win turning in to not just the knockout from the belt, but add a little insult to injury, the submission, taking out his opponent. But regardless, still your ACW Cruiserweight champion, Daniel Starling. The reign continues.
Come on, everybody, let's hear it for Andy Mack. Hard-fought battle scene.
Well, you can see the concern. We got 3 officials in there just checking. Honestly, it could have been a situation where Andy Mack was being literally, the lights going out, being choked out.
I'm surprised the kid's even awake at this point.
You got to think for sure this isn't the end of things.
Not at all.
He hails from Kingston, New York, weighing in at 173 pounds. Here's the all-in-one Andrew Grindhouse.
Francisco Chiasso, what can you tell me about Andrew Grindhouse?
I love the music. I absolutely love the music. I've been swaying back and forth for the last 37 seconds. I like his sweater, kind of Mr. Rogers-esque. Would you like to be my neighbor?
Definitely came dressed nicely.
Sure.
And his opponent.
Trevin, I want you to pay very close attention to this next athlete coming out right now.
It's been quite a while since I've had the pleasure of seeing Devin Diaz in action, and kid had a ton of potential when I first saw him here in Proving Ground. Definitely excited to see the growth.
This kid, Devin Diaz, is the real deal, Trevin Adams.
Of course, Grindhouse. It's not nice to call people names.
It's not. He's going to find out.
I don't think that right hand worked.
Not at all. That one did.
Yeah, and of course, to your point about Diaz, got the size advantage. Been on a roll here in Proving Ground, and I think for Mr. Grindhouse, it's going to be a long night.
It's going to be or a short night, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, fair
It's going to
point.
mess up his Friday night plans, I'll tell you that much.
At least he came with a good book. Ow.
Oh, we can hear that all the way up here, Trevin.
And Diaz, not only in control, what a slam. I'm not sure if any amount of time was going to help Grindhouse come back, and Diaz just...
Now's where he begs for mercy. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to call you names.
Oh! Signs of life, though. Grindhouse getting out of the way.
Or desperation.
And in the case of Diaz, big enough, his own body could have hurt him.
The camera doesn't do Diaz justice. This kid's 6'4", 240.
And if I'm Grindhouse, this is what I got to do. I've got to take advantage of the ropes. I got to take advantage of the 5 counts.
Bite his eye, something.
Choose a limb.
That's it.
Try to dissect my opponent.
That's it.
Even better if you go after the legs, but that might be that.
Woo!
Our good advice fell on deaf ears.
Just stay down.
The hell of the boot. What a splash in the corner. And Diaz now could be thinking pup handle slam, perhaps. Might be the first time I've ever seen one of those connect. Pinfall.
He got him. He's done.
Here's your winner, Dirty Devin Diaz.
I'm actually dead serious, by the way. I can't tell you the last time I saw somebody not escape from a pump handle slam. Credit to Devin Diaz.
This kid is the real deal, Trevin. 360-degree turnaround. I'm a big fan.
Definitely excited to see what is in store here in the future in WWN Proving Ground for Devin Diaz. What do we learn tonight?
That he's a loser? Oh, sorry.
Names. Don't call names,
Sorry.
sir.
Sorry. Slap my own hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the ACW Tag Team Championship.
There's something about better together. I don't know about you, Francisco, but at first I wasn't sure what to think, but I'm kind of into them now.
I like these guys. They're funny. They're athletic. They've got it together. I mean, they're cool. I like them. And I'm pretty cool, so I like cool. Cool recognizes cool.
But Ori, will they finally become ACW Tag Team Champions tonight?
This is the part I like. This is fun. This is fun, Trevin. We need to do this on a Friday night sometime. Me and you. Let's pull your pants off. Talk about unorthodox, the ACW Tag Team Champions. These two are two of the most unorthodox individuals I have ever personally been in the ring with, Trevin.
Yeah, but Madmen at Work, man, it has worked. No pun intended for these guys.
It absolutely has worked.
Reigning and defending ACW Tag Team Champions. It's going to take a lot for Better Together to be able to unseat the champs, but it could happen. And I'm excited, man.
If anybody can do it, it's Better Together, but they've definitely got their work cut out for them.
Michael James now with our official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, first the challengers, standing to my left, from Tel Aviv, Israel, the team of Oregon and Horowitz. They are Better Together. And standing to my right, they are your ACW Tag Team Champions, Cypher and Chungus, the Man and
Could you imagine finding the Madmen, well, at work? And
Not at all. I
be
wouldn't want to meet these guys around the corner of the 7-Eleven at 4 a.m.
that's why you should go to Wawa.
Wawa's a lot better.
Hey, kidding aside, this is what it's all about. ACW Tag Team Championship. Ori Gold, Hadar Horowitz in the shape of their lives. Been close to that gold before here on WWN Proving Ground. Tonight could be the night.
I've followed their two careers the last year, and I've watched them blossom here at WWN Proving Ground. And let me tell you, they are honestly one of the best tag teams in the entire country, not just the state of Florida. And they're going to prove it right here tonight.
Especially when they're on the same page. Scyther now starting for the champs. I'll often try to approach the athletes, try to get a little background on them. I saw the Madmen at Work, got about 2 feet towards them. They made eye contact and out I went, and what is going on with Ori Gold? Did he just get scared into falling?
He did.
Well, hey, guess what? The distraction worked now. Hadar in control. Charging in, but Scyther gets out of the way. And a hell of a chop.
Like I said, Trevor, that very unorthodox. That's using your head. You see what I did there?
Yeah, and Hadar definitely in the wrong corner as Chungus gets tagged in. Big man Chungus. Another man I've seen so much improvement for him since I first met years ago. Night and day as Ori tried charging in and got tossed into Hadar.
And let's not take away from the quickness of Chungus. Watch this guy move, Trevin.
Man that size, it's hard to believe. Now the pin. For a split second, I actually wondered.
It's like an offensive lineman moving like a running back, Trevin. That's a football reference, by the way.
I was hoping it was tag, not sports ball. But now Scyther in the ring. And Scyther, man, biting on the head of Horvitz, and this again comes back to your point. Just there's a screw loose in the Batman at work.
Several screws loose.
Oh, and Ori again uses a distraction, but paying the price. However, for Hadara, that helped. Now will Ori be able to get up in time for a tag, but no pin.
The difference between Better Together and the ACW Tag Team Champions is Better Together know each other like the back of their hand. These guys have been together for the last 12 years.
Yeah, perhaps know each other too well in their literally early 20s.
I mean, these guys started wrestling when they were 13 years old in Israel.
Which is mind-blowing to think about, the fact that these guys both like 7, 8, 9 years of experience, and they're like 21.
Absolutely.
But of course, right now, taking the time to argue with the WWN faithful, not going to be the best way to defeat the ACW Tag Team Champions.
Definitely not the best way to get gold around your waist.
Are they getting their pyro ready for their television debuts one day? But right now, Ori Gold finally getting to some action here. An impressive suplex.
One thing people don't realize
Pin.
is just... That was almost a 3, Trevin.
I mean, Ori was very insistent that it was, but you were saying.
Watch the aggressiveness of Better Together. They come out smiles, they rip the pants off, they have a good time, but watch the aggressiveness. Watch them turn these gears, Trevin.
And honestly, as much as you'll see the guys get into it, as we talked about, knowing each other perhaps a bit too long, when they're on the same page, they're one of the best tag teams in the sport here. And you're seeing it right now. Scyther almost got to Chungus, got stopped, and now it's all Ori Gold.
And here's where they're going to do their damage, Trevin. They're going to cut the ring off, and they're going to do a lot of damage on Scyther in the corner behind the referee's back, just like they're doing right here.
And while the referee's distracted, Chungus is doing his partner no favors. Life being choked out of Scyther.
You can't let your emotions get to you, and that's what happens with Chungus. When you do that, your partner pays for it.
Now Hadar tagged in, and Scyther continuing to just get double teamed here. And this is what tag team wrestling is all about. What a unique way just to bust the guy's gut and kick to the face.
I don't even know what you'd call that, Trevin.
Pitfall. That was when I said a unique way to bust the guy's gut and kick him in the face. That was what I was going to call it. That was the name of it. That's the name. Chungus trying to get WWN faithful behind the team. Tag team champions. Been on a roll here for sure, but like I said, to kick things off, it's going to be a long road if it happens, but Better Together is good enough.
They really are. And they're not just, I mean, they're making an impact all over the country. These guys are traveling to Chicago, the Carolinas, Texas, all through Florida, Georgia, Alabama. They're going all over the country, honing their craft.
Of course, the international flavor, as you heard in their announcements, both men from Israel. And the tag again.
If I'm not mistaken, the first Israeli tag team to ever come to the United States together.
Feel pretty confident on that. And a great assist by Ori Gold, but Scyther starting to finally fight out despite the 2-on-1.
There's a lot of fight to Scyther. He's not ready to quit. He's not giving up those ACW Tag Team Championships.
No, Scyther seems like the kind of guy that you would have to literally incapacitate to get him to stop.
Pull his eye
trying to
out,
fight.
something.
Now the tag to Chungus. And I don't know what happened to Ori on his way in, but both members of Better Together getting rocked right now.
This is where Chungus is at his best, when he's absolutely out of his mind crazy.
And it's the point that you made earlier, just the agility of the big man, but using that size as a weapon. And Hadar's been crushed multiple times over. Could it be academic? What a power slam. But Ori Gold was trying to break things up a little prematurely. And that premature action right there got Ori a backbreaker.
Better Together's in trouble, Trevin. They're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and the tag to Scyther, and I think you're seeing the end right there. Beautiful elbow pinfall. They got him.
ACW Tag Team Champions, the man Men at Work.
Mad Men at Work, victorious here, WWN Proving Ground. Still your ACW Tag Team Champions. I'll give it to Better Together, man. They pushed the champions to the limit, but not enough here tonight at Proving Ground. Still, you got to think it's just a matter of time before Better Together find their way again, getting an opportunity at the gold. But tonight is all about the Mad Men at Work. Eight-man tag time. And I'm now joined by Captain Aaron Nova. What's going on, Nova?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and my jaw really, really hurts.
Can't imagine why.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. Daniel Starling is still the ACW Cruiserweight Champion, and it's worth it. It's worth the pain.
Of course, we have former ACW Tag Team Champions in Financially Stable, and of course, Bud Heavy, Stephen Frick, former ACW Heavyweight Champion. Lots of credentials here in this team.
Absolutely. Just a team handpicked by the gods themselves. Champions, they're wealthy, they're tough, and they're superstars, Trevin. All four of them.
Their opponent's going to be a bit of a ragtag bunch.
What an eclectic team. What insane asylum or farmhouse did this ragtag team come from, all right? Who left the doors unlocked here?
And that's the thing, though, is a lot of talent here in this hodgepodge coming together. And reality is, man, if they work as a unit, my money would be on the Hound Dogs, on John Strange and Nick Quinones.
I don't see it. Look at these guys. Somebody left the door unlocked. A couple of stray cats just rolled right in here. Look at this freak. What is he doing? Just attacking the turnbuckle here.
I honestly do often wonder who lets John Strange out. Of course, in the case of Nick Quinones, former ACW Tag Team Champion as well. So it's already mentioned, lots of credentials here.
They're barking like animals. This is disgusting. And the people are going along with it. What's wrong with these people? It's got to be. We have to be in Port Richey.
Hey, if there's anything we know about Bud Heavy, that man will hit you hard.
Oh, John Strange attacking back. Come on, he wasn't ready for that one. Oh, that was right in his jaw. That has to be a disqualification, but the tag has been made to Winston Bentley III. Kick to the gut. Oh my goodness, Trevor, what's going on right now?
Well, what you're seeing is John Strange impressing and letting you know that, hey, even when there's a little bit of a slippity slip there, it's not going to stop John Strange. Over 20 years in the sport, Nova. Mind-blowing as the tag's made.
20 years in the sport. Probably almost 30 years in the asylum. How do they let him out every week?
Little dog in now.
Flying across.
Pinfall.
It's got to be animal cruelty. Just throwing a puppy dog right across the ring onto Winston Bentley III. This man's a wealthy man. Wealthy family. Tags in his partner, Connor McKay. Full head of steam, but misses Wait a minute. What's Little Dog doing here? That slide dog.
Yeah, and Conor McKay ultimately with the counter, but
oh, slips right through him. This guy is crafty and cunning.
Smart.
Oh, my goodness.
and the agility on the drop kick, quickly going for the pin, very smart.
The force of that drop kick just landed Conor McKay's head into the top of that buckle. That's got to ring his bell. That's got to daze him.
Quinones now tagging in, and despite just the absolute insanity and chaos that comes with an 8-man tag, reality is if you can cut off an opponent like Conor McKay's cut off right now, it is 4-on-1.
Battle with a sidewalk slam. This can't be it. What a vicious sidewalk slam. Winston Bentley III, not wasting any time, being there for his partner, and that's why they were former tag team champions.
Now the tag to Stephen Frick, and man, this is a much different Stephen Frick than once upon a time. And Quinones was able to catch Frick, and what a kick.
I think he's got a kung fu background. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that senton was effective into the pin.
What style of martial arts is that where you just throw yourself on another man? Stephen Frick, oh, misses the big boot. Nick Quinones slithering around him into a suplex, goes for the cover. This can't be it. Whew. Now Stephen Frick, I think he made the right choice joining Financially Stable and leaving his past behind, his family, his poor decisions. Finally, he's in with the right people.
Little Dog's now tagged back in. But you're seeing that tag team unity pinfall.
Still not enough to put the former ACW heavyweight champion away. Now, if these guys were wise, they would clean up their acts and they would join Financially Stable.
Don't know about that one, but you see Little Dog trying to fight off 4 men. Not gonna happen.
It's 100 miles per hour, and Stephen Frick not wasting no time, just viciously stomping him in the corner.
Still trying to understand what got into Stephen Frick and turned him into what you see right now as Winston Bentley chokes Little Dog.
What got into him? He grew a brain, and he made the right choice, getting with the right people to get him in the right places.
And now it's Conor McKay's turn to do the choking. Jim Bragg, a legend when it comes to officiating, has his hands full.
Size of Bud Heavy. And the tandem offense right now, behind the ref's back now, I think this is the wise choice. Wear the Little Dog down.
Bud Heavy just knows how to use that weight as a weapon, and that's what's impressive about Bud Heavy is dude can move, and you would think with that much of a gut, this guy would be blown up. No, Bud Heavy can go for miles and miles.
He's got iron lungs. He's got a unique shape. He's a throwback to the good old days of professional wrestling, where they were men and not little chihuahuas like Little Dog in here.
Now Stephen Frick gonna test the metal, if you will, of the Little Dog. And that snap suplex rocking him.
No remorse, wasting no time, non-stop motion. Stephen Frick is gunning for that heavyweight title, that Proving Ground championship. As he chokes him down. Wearing the little doggy lungs of Little Dog here. These imbeciles barking is making me mad. But Stephen Frick, oh my goodness.
Lariat rocket Little Dog.
Separating head from shoulder. Stephen Frick, the one style he knows, is brutalizing his opponents.
And I think right now, unfortunately, it could be academic if Frick really just takes down Little Dog one more time. The 4-on-1 continues.
Little Dog's in a tough spot right now. He's in the corner of former champions right now. And here goes the dad bod god.
And you heard the entire building was coming unglued, trying to will the Little Dog, and instead...
Now, wait a minute. What's he doing? He didn't properly make a tag.
No, Quinones lost it, and now Jim Bragg again trying to keep some level of order here, and of course it's doing no favors for Little Dog.
Absolutely not. Bold, foolish move by Nick Quinones, not even making the tag. This might do it. This is 2 count. The dad bod god looking for a win, looking for his gold back.
I'm honestly shocked this is still continuing, Nova, as Conor McKay now tagged in, and we've seen how hard Conor McKay can hit.
Absolutely. Short style, but wild, he's vicious, and a solid human being.
And that chin breaker trying. Inzaguri follows up. Little Dog desperately trying to make it, and the big dog's in.
Big dog's in, he's winding up. Now, I don't like this. You got to keep these dogs on leash. Stephen Frick.
Yeah, Conor was able to get away, but right now Frick and Winston are paying the price.
I don't like the looks of this. Oh my goodness, just those frying pan hands across the ring. Now the dog is loose. We need to get some order in here.
And unfortunately for the big dog, going shoulder first into that post.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Probably separated that shoulder, all that mass of the Puerto Rican hound dog.
That's it. Momentum is your enemy in that case, and don't disagree. Damage is definitely be done, and you've seen Frick is now going right after that shoulder.
Stomps to the head, wasting no time, wearing him down, knocking the big dog off his feet, getting him up right to the corner. And this is why he was a champion in the yesteryears right here. Wisely bringing the big dog to the corner, keeping him off his feet.
And you notice the distraction as Winston Bentley III is just choking out Big Dog, and Quinones losing it again.
It's the second time. Nick Quinones needs to be disqualified. He is not properly making the tag here. It's disgusting. No respect for professional tag team wrestling.
It's doing no favors whatsoever for his partner. I mean, this is a situation where there's a dissection happening right in front of us, Nova.
Blood heavy off the ropes. Full-blown Steve. Oh, my goodness. Just a barrel roll onto the back of the Puerto Rican hound dog. That's got to be it.
Now the pin. And impressively, Big Dog's still in this thing, but I got to point out Bud Heavy, man. The way Bud Heavy flew there.
Absolutely. And you got to consider the pinfalls on Bud Heavy. The size of that stomach, a throwback to European superstar Big Daddy. Just a massive belly. And all that weight coming down for that pinfall, it's kind of hard to kick out.
And of course, pretending to tag. All the while, you notice Bud ticking off the entire other team there, punching each and every one of them.
I think that was a tag. I saw a tag. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know if we're watching the same match here, Trevin.
Can't help but notice you don't have your glasses on tonight, but here's Winston Bentley choking out the big dog.
And he's got a 5 count, respectfully getting out of the corner. See, Winston Bentley is a guy who respects the rules.
Bentley, though, has been caught by the big man. And that fall-away slam, taking both men down. Pivotal moment here in this matchup.
Okay, where's the Baja men? Who let the dogs out? This is disgusting. We're gonna have to get animal control in here. All this barking, it's disgusting. This place smells. Winston Bentley needs to make the tag. He's in the wrong corner. Come on now, Winston Bentley.
And both teams desperately trying to will their men over, and John Strange gets tagged in, but so does Bud Heavy.
Escaping from the asylum again with that corner. Massive German suplex. I don't like this John Strange guy. He's unhinged. He's loose. Oh, no. Not on Bud Heavy.
Impressive. The slam to big Bud Heavy, and we've seen John Strange nearly destroy himself as Quinones takes out Bentley outside of the ring, and Little Dog's tagged in.
Quinones, wait a minute. What's John Strange doing? No, he's not supposed to be up here. He's not supposed to be in this building right now.
We've seen Strange with the moonsaults and moonsaulting everybody outside of the ring. But inside of the ring, unfortunately, Frog Splash does not connect, and instead Bud Heavy with the Little Dog.
Oh my goodness, Bud Heavy, the agility.
Pinfall. He got him.
That's money.
And just like that, we found out, Nova, when things break down, man, they break down, and the ones able to take advantage tonight, Bud Heavy, Stephen Frick, and Financially Stable.
Bud Heavy and Stephen Frick make the right choice. They bought in, they surround themselves with the best trainers, the best conditioning coaches, and that's why they pulled the win tonight.
Still a great showing for John Strange, Nick Quinones, Puerto Rican Hound Dogs. But this 8-man, bragging rights go, and you know you're going to hear about it.
Look at these physical specimens. Just pure body guys here. Good Lord.
Can only imagine the post-match party we're going to experience here at the WWN Training Center.
You know there's going to be caviar.
Michael James here with Bud Heavy. Bud, you haven't been here in a couple weeks. Where have you been? What you been up to?
Listen, I went out and I traveled this country and I laid champions down every state from here to New York. And now here I am back in this proving ground. I was #1 contender when I left. I was the guy that was going to pin John Hudson. I come back, and I'm in some 8-man tag with some little kid, his dad, and some freak. Here's the thing. I'm sick, and I'm tired of being looked over or passed down the line because I don't have the body or I don't look like Hudson. Here's the deal. I was #1 contender, and if you think that I'm going to let that go, you're stupid. Hudson, my eyes are still on you, but anyone in that pathway, I don't care either. You're going down, and it's going to get heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a Port Richey street fight scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Mira quién, look who it is, Gus de la Vega.
Definitely a much different Gus de la Vega. But reality of the situation is the talent, the skills, the years of experience, all weapons, making Gus de la Vega that much better.
I agree. Now, me and Vega may not have been seeing eye to eye in the recent weeks, but I'll tell you one thing, he's got a tenured career, but finally he's come to his senses.
You get to see WWN faithful, man. Oh, come on!
See, look, Gus de la Vega finally opened his eyes. There's the bell, wasting no time. Now, let me give you a little backstory right here, Trevin, because I hope you're listening, because I've been ringside and up close and personal to what's been going on. Vega, reigning cruiserweight champion, loses fair and square to Daniel Starling, the best wrestler here in Florida, and then loses his title, loses everything, finds himself lost, and what does he do? He makes the right decision. He opens his eyes and cuts the top guy loose, and that's Benji. Benji Neptune. Look at this guy.
Showing that strength is Benji Neptune. Man who's an athlete, accomplished in multiple sports, as well as a level 1 CrossFit instructor, man.
Absolutely.
The agility.
I'm looking at my watch. It's 8:48. I'm thinking it's Benji time, and I don't think Benji remembers what happened. You see, Benji had his brush at greatness against the ACW Cruiserweight Champion, and he lost fair and square, and Gus de la Vega called it right down the middle. Some say it was a worked finish. Some say it was a tainted win. But Gus de la Vega made the right choice. After losing everything, he got picked up by the right people, like Francisco Chiazzo. Francisco Chiazzo, Rich Port Ayala, picked this man up from obscurity.
Where are they going?
They became, wait a minute, where are the cameras at? Oh, no. Now, Benji, see, just a selfish man, not letting Gus de la Vega catch his breath here.
And I think where you were ending was they became the set, became a unit, and really been a thorn in the side of Benji Neptune, and that's how we got here, Port Richey street fight, and you've already seen things almost go to the streets
I
here.
think it's the opposite of the way around. I think Benji Neptune's a thorn in the side of everybody here, and the set really are the authority of WWN here, cleaning up these sorry acts like Benji Neptune with his silly little hairdo. I think it's glued to his head. I've never seen that come off in a match. It's upsetting, and I hope Gus de la Vega takes that chair and just knocks it right off his head. It's 8:50.
Well, again, I think the entire WWN faithful not agreeing with the words you said there, but smart move by Gus de la Vega knocking down Benji Neptune. Neptune went head first, and now 2 boots to the face.
He's a wise man. You see, for the first time, Gus De La Vega is now thinking of himself. Because if you play to the people, you're going to end up like Benji, and you're going to end up on the floor. Ooh, oh, and hit right across the 33-inch head of Benji Neptune. Gus De La Vega, the vicious and new demeanor. I like this new Gus De La Vega here.
Well, this could be the end of things. Pinfall.
Absolutely.
And that 2 count only, but
That sheet was right across the head. That steel cracking across his head. Makes me wonder what's under that do-rag.
and I mentioned experience earlier. De La Vega, 16, 17 years. Oof. Benji just paling in comparison from an experience perspective. And you can see both men in phenomenal shape. It doesn't matter what shape you're in, if you're getting hit in the gut, in the ribs with a chair.
Great shape. The career resurgence Gus De La Vega had, winning the Cruiserweight champion, losing everything, but now he's wiser. And he made the right choice, aligning himself with great people like Francisco Piazza and Rich Portoyala.
And the pin.
That's it. Oh.
And as you guys saw, again, totally legal, that choking before the pin. Richie street fight, it can happen. Let alone the fact that the ribs have been targeted now. Gus De La Vega,
Smart man.
indeed.
Very crafty right here. What's he going here? Look at that. Just a MacGyver in the ring right here. Setting up the chair across Benji's face. Oh, into the cannonball. Probably took a little out of both men right here.
Well, and that says something, that Gus De La Vega willing to put his own body at risk to hurt Benji Neptune. And Gus was able to recover first into the pin.
And when you lose everything like Gus De La Vega, now it really doesn't matter. You don't hold back. You don't hold back, and he's looking to climb that mountaintop once again.
And that is, again, the situation in a Port Richey street fight from the perspective of, ooh, beautiful step up enziguri. There's no rules, really. It's the officials here. Pinfall, submission, maybe a knockout. That's it.
It's the only way to settle this feud. These guys hate each other. It's been weeks now. Benji finally got his hands on Gus, but Gus, the wise man that he is, drop kick into the chair, into Benji's face. That's what I'm talking about. The new edge.
Pin.
Gus De La Vega almost had the win right there.
I'm impressed that Benji was able to get kicked right in the face and still in this thing. And of course, you see De La Vega wasting time arguing with the official.
Wasting time. He has no respect for authority. He plays by his own rules now, as he should. It's the only way you're going to get back to the mountaintop, is if you do things your way. And what better way with the set in your corner?
Good to have a unbiased analyst with me tonight, as that
Completely unbiased. Like I said, me and Gus De La Vega have a history, but this newfound attitude, it's working against Benji right now. Steel right across the back, just cutting through his flesh with those knife-edge chops on that chair. Benji's gonna need a seat after this one. A seat at the kiddie table. Oh no!
drop toe hold head first. Gus De La Vega's been rocked.
Resilience of Benji here, just a slight maneuver.
I'm telling you, I've seen Benji, man. He come through. It doesn't matter what you throw at Benji sometimes. This man refuses to quit. But it's really the same thing with Gus De La Vega.
He's refusing to quit, but Benji does it for the people. Gus does it for himself. These two guys exchanging blows. Benji on the upside. Like I said, these guys hate each other. Benji launching him across the ring into a vicious clothesline. Gus De La Vega just needs a moment to get up and collect himself. Benji at bullet speed. What a back elbow.
Yeah,
I'm getting a little worried now. Gus De La Vega needs to get up. He needs the set, the power of the set.
Well, this comes back to that point, the fact that Gus De La Vega alone here tonight. No one else from the set here. Piazza injured, Rich Portoyala in Japan, and right now, could be the end. Oh, no.
Getting worried here, Trevor. I'm starting to sweat. I'm getting worried.
How close? I mean, seriously, how close? 2.999?
Just the steel just laying across the face of Gus De La Vega. Definitely rocked his bell. I don't know how he's going to recover from this one. Benji with a vertical suplex. Gus brings it right back, sends him off the ropes.
There's Benji with a spear, just tackling down Gus De La Vega. Is this the end? Wow.
Oh my goodness. Gus De La Vega might be the first person to kick out of the North Miami Smash. That's Benji's patented move. He's gone over so many wrestlers here in the locker room with that move. Wait a minute. This might be a side of Benji we've never seen before. Placing the chair in this corner. Now I'm starting to get worried, Trevin. These Newport Richey street fights, it does something. The history of Newport Richey, the wrestling history. We're talking Bourbon Street. We're talking Golfview Event Center right here. that style that only Gus De La Vega has witnessed, but Benji, some reason, tapped into these spirits now.
And Gus raking at the face there of Benji Neptune. But I agree with every word you just said. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the violence that's happened in this city, and right now the violence that just hit the face of Benji Neptune.
Plan backfiring now. Gus De La Vega launching that chair off. Wait a minute. Gus De La Vega climbing to the top. This might be it. This might be Gus De La Vega's frog splash. How he won that Cruiserweight champion. Oh no! Benji, somehow, some way, after taking that chair to the skull, moves out of the way. What's it gonna be right now? What is Benji gonna do now to put Gus away? This can't be it. Wait a minute.
Well, you see Gus struggling, trying to get away, and instead there's the power on display of Benji Neptune.
The power of Benji Neptune. I'm powerlifter, national powerlifting champion.
Wow.
Back to the North Miami Smash. This can't be it right now for Gus De La Vega.
I think it is. He got him.
Here is your winner, Benji Neptune.
What a win for Benji Neptune here tonight, WWN Proving Ground. And I hate to tell you, Aaron Nova, it really is Benji time.
It took a new Port Richey street fight to end this blood feud. Now these guys hate each other, and I don't think they're going to be having beers after this one.
And you got to think the rest of the set going to be very disappointed when they find out how things went down here tonight.
This may be the up for Benji, but we won't be hearing the last of Gus De La Vega and the set.
Michael James here with the defending Cruiserweight champion Daniel Starling.
All right. Reigning, defending, undefeated ACW Cruiserweight champion. And what you saw tonight was just another statistic in the ring, another notch in the belt of the champ, Daniel Starling. And now what? Sir, if I'm not mistaken, we've beaten them all. But there's just one victory. One victory that doesn't sit right with me. And you know what? Even though we did win, somehow, some way, Benji Neptune is now the #1 contender after the night. And it makes me sick because we've beaten you before and somehow you weasel your way tonight. You may have got the victory against Gus De La Vega, but history will repeat itself.
Michael James here, standing with Benji Neptune. Benji, I just finished interviewing Daniel Starling, the current Cruiserweight champion. But now, you are now the new #1 contender for that Cruiserweight championship. But he said history is going to be repeating itself as he defeated you once before. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? Look, Daniel Starling has never beaten me one-on-one. You just saw what I was able to do to Gus De La Vega without Francisco Chiazzo in his corner. Imagine what I'm going to do to you. I'll tell you what, I just beat him in a war. So, if you have Aaron Nova in that corner, with or without him, I'm telling you, it's going to be Benji time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWN Proving Ground Heavyweight Championship.
Indeed, main event time. WWN Proving Ground Championship will be on the line. And man, if there's anybody who defines heavyweight champion, it could very well be Brian Brock.
Brian Brock, a superior athlete, a superior alpha male. This man is very popular in the Florida State, across the country, across the waters. This man doesn't get paid by the hour.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use the word popular as much as terrified throughout the state, but either way that you look at it right now, challenger intimidation factor on display.
Definitely intimidation. This guy walks by, you move. Definitely don't want to tussle with this guy.
And you can hear WWN Faithful. Champion making his way in here.
First ever Proving Ground champion, Jonathan Hudson. Now this is the second time these guys are stepping in the ring right now. And I'm hoping the ambulance is out back. There is no telling what's gonna happen tonight. Round 2 for that Proving Ground champion. 2 bulls are about to lock horns tonight.
First to my right, from Diablo Canyon, Colorado, weighing in at 285 pounds, Buckshot Rock.
Oh, come on now. I'm going for that guy.
From Malibu, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is your WWN Proving Ground heavyweight champion, the Alpha Day of professional wrestling, Jonathan Hudson.
So to your point, the last time these two men faced off nearly destroyed the entire building here.
Brought the building down. Every man from the locker room had to come out and separate these two behemoths, these two different styles. You got beach muscles, and then you got 100% man in Brian Brock.
We've seen Brian Brock, Full Impact Pro, through battles, taking men out. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. What you found out is if you cross Brian Brock, you piss off Brian Brock, man, you're going to get taken out.
This man
Jonathan
wakes up with a bad attitude.
Yeah, and Hudson maybe smiles right now, but obviously once we get down to business, what a lockup here.
He's on their feet, on their toes right now. Just sheer mass from both opponents right now. You have the champion, the challenger, got him back to the corner, and these guys are just hustling around the ring.
And of course, a home field advantage, so to speak, here for Jonathan Hudson. You heard the entire WWN faithful cheering for the champion, but Brock could care less.
He doesn't care about the people. He cares about one thing, and that's pain, and he's going to deliver it tonight.
I can't even imagine a world where Brian Brock is our champion.
I can imagine a world. He'll be a real champion. The champion goes on a man. That's what WWN needs. That's what Proving Ground needs right now, is more men.
I want to see the interviews with the media with Buckshot in there, but nevertheless, that's getting ahead of ourselves because right now, lockup. Jonathan Hudson not only has the champion's advantage, but we've seen from Hudson, man, dude has no quit. But of course, neither does Brian Brock.
Brian Brock with the weight advantage, shifting that body weight, getting him into the ropes. Wait a minute, shoots him off. Jonathan Hudson ducks the line, picks up 280 pounds. Brian Brock slithering back.
How did Hudson manage to just manhandle Brock? And you can see even Brock.
Hold on now. He may be a tough man, but he's also calculated, right? He needs a second. He needs to process everything that just happened, all right? He needs a plan. He's got a point. Closed fist. We're playing by the rules. He's old school. It's not legal here.
Well, of course, it's not legal in professional wrestling, but I'm going to watch pretty closely because I'm going to be shocked that Brian Brock hadn't already thrown a couple bombs in this match so far. How about the kick? It's one way to catch your opponent.
Bomb to the midsection, just knocking all that air out, leaving him vulnerable as Brian grabs the head right now, just squeezing the life right out of Jonathan Hudson. Jonathan Hudson fighting off, shoots him off to the ropes.
Ooh, neither man.
Nobody moves.
And that says something. When's the last time you saw Brian Brock hit a shoulder tackle and not take down his opponent? Fist, that closed fist, I believe, was very effective.
That wasn't close. It was slightly open. I can see it from here. I don't know if we're watching the same match now, Trevor. Come on. Brian Brock just needs to collect himself, all right? He got hit with a closed fist, an illegal maneuver. You got to process that. You got to catch your breath.
And I'm going to give it to Brian Brock from the perspective of if you don't like what's happening, slow things down a little bit.
Absolutely. He's in charge. He's controlling the pace of this match right now.
That's exactly it. You stop the champion from being able to keep going in the direction.
Now he's calculating, because closed fist, you would have to disqualify him, but he wants that title. He wants to win that title fair and square.
And senior official Jim Bragg now.
He's creating some order. Brian needs his space. He needs to get in there. When he's 100%, he'll get back in the ring and he'll take this match over.
Well, and not surprisingly, Brock is looking to frustrate Jonathan Hudson. And you see Hudson, of course, trying to get under the skin of Brian Brock, and you hear the whole WWN faithful coming along.
I'd be upset too. You got these new Port Richey pieces of trash calling the alpha male here, Brian Brock, a chicken, a farm animal.
And I'll give it to Hudson, man, able to maintain enough composure, catch Brock coming in. But of course, Brock, wow, what a kick. Thought Brock was about to catch Hudson, but instead, all champion.
Just powering out of the corner, knocking Brian off his feet. Brian Brock now on the defense. I don't think he'll be able to get him up. Jonathan Hudson, what a display of strength!
You were saying.
Vertical suplex.
Pinfall.
That's close to 300 pounds in the air, almost effortlessly. I'm on the edge of my seat now, Chuck.
I'm telling you, if you even remotely doubt the champion, Jonathan Hudson is showing you there's a reason he is our WWN Proving Ground heavyweight champion.
What a main event this has been. I feel like the bell just rang and these bulls just going back and forth. Vicious shot, knocking Jonathan Hudson off his feet.
And don't forget, Hudson made the mistake of taking the time to talk to the WWN fans when he got distracted, and now ultimately not only hit the post, hit the cowbell.
Hit the cowbell into the camera, almost damn near in the front row. Jonathan Hudson on his back now, where you don't want to be in a fight with Brian Brock. Oh my God, just the ring savvy, utilizing that bottom turnbuckle.
I mean, think about the force that comes with a slingshot and what just happened to the face of Jonathan Hudson.
It's physics. Like I said, this man is calculated. Just a brilliant ring technician. You wouldn't believe it, but Brian Brock can get the job done mathematically.
I will no question from the perspective of Brian Brock and the years of experience. Of course, when it comes to Jonathan Hudson, nearly twice the years of experience of a Brian Brock. Do you believe Hudson 16, 17 years in the sport? But it doesn't really matter how many years in the sport as you're getting choked out here by a man the size of Buckshot.
Absolutely. Utilizing all that weight, applying it right on the upper back as his throat is against the ropes. Jonathan Hudson got a little fight left in him. Brian Brock just viciously driving that boot right across the head of the champ.
Yeah, you got to wonder if the lights are out now for Hudson. And the big leg drop as well from Brock. Now the pin.
This might do it. Thought we were going to see a new champion. Near fall, only a 2 count. People rallying around Jonathan Hudson. I can't believe it. If I was ringside right now, I'd be throwing flowers at Brian Brock. Because how he's just viciously dissecting the champ right now.
Gotta try your plan at some time. But I will say this, man. Brock, dude, you're seeing it ripping the face of the champion, Jonathan Hudson. And to your point, Brock is calculating. Who knows what cadence is in his head, you and your math. And Hudson is finding out the hard way.
Somehow this guy still got some fight left in him. But you're in a fight with Brian Brock. And a DDT might just do it.
Yeah, but you can see the champion cannot capitalize, cannot follow up immediately. And double credit to Brock trying to get away from the champion, and I think this might be a situation, yup, too close to the ropes, breaking the pin.
There goes that ring savvy, that ring awareness, the education of Brian Brock. Applying that foot on the rope, thus for breaking the hold, utilizing that referee. Well, the people may rally, but Brian Brock got the rules on his side for this one. Both men getting to their feet. Vicious chop against the throat. Just cutting off that air cycle for Jonathan Hudson. Oh my goodness. Nearly taking out his eye with that fish drop. This might do it.
Pin. I can't even imagine the force of a Brian Brock's body crashing down into the head. What Jonathan Hudson's going through right now, and now here's the oxygen being cut off. All the way to Brian Brock now on the champion. Hate to say it, Nova, but I think you're right. This could be the end. It could be time for a new WWN Proving Ground heavyweight champion.
I see a new champion tonight. And what better person than Buckshot Brian Brock right now is Jonathan Hudson still somehow rallying with the people, getting to his feet,
Yeah, the adrenaline was helping get Hudson up here, but now we're slugging it out.
These two bulls exchange blows.
And
horn for horn.
I'm giving a ton of credit to the champion. Not a lot of guys can go blow for blow.
He's welcoming the wrong man to hit him.
Let alone asking for more, and down goes Brock.
Brock barely getting to his feet right now, getting shot off the ropes. Sends him over, goes for that line, ducks off the ropes of momentum. Oh my goodness!
Entire ring moves with that spine buster. The champion's feeling it.
Well thought out plan for Jonathan Hudson, but I don't think it's going to be enough to put away Brian Brock right now. We may see a new champion. Oh my God, the athleticism of Brian Brock. Almost 300 pounds in the air with a kick right to the head.
And I don't think Hudson saw that coming whatsoever.
I don't think any of us did.
Never would have dreamt. And big power slam, new champ. No.
Oh my goodness, shades of Dr. Dev, Steve Williams with that power slam. All that weight crashing down into that canvas. This is taking both out of these gentlemen here.
We're up to 4. Somebody's got to answer this count.
Both men just barely crawling, barely getting to their feet now. At a 9 count.
And I'm impressed, honestly, the fact that both men are up. And both men are going right back at it, throwing those bombs in the center of the ring.
Just tired, just swinging for the fences here. Those giant ham hock fists right across the bread basket. Jonathan Hudson bouncing off that second rope into the headbutt. Brian Brock now, oh my goodness! The strength of Jonathan Hudson.
Hits that knee, a little bit of go-to-sleep style, but guess what? Big lariat.
Big lariat that Brian Brock has put so many opponents away in this very building. Both men just exhausted. The size of these men. The velocity of each punch and move thrown. I don't know how these men are going to get to their feet.
Now we're up to 7. We're moving.
These guys.
This is close.
At a 9 count.
Just barely breaking it.
Almost to the 10 count. Both men right back down.
Double knockout blow.
Everything into those punches.
No way.
Goodness now. We barely made it to a 10. Almost. We barely made it to a 9 count.
There's no signs of life.
Brian Brock not even moving. The champ utilizing the ropes and the challenger as well. That's it. Oh my goodness. Who's the winner?
Hudson got to his feet.
Unbelievable.
How close. I mean, you're talking about 9.5, 9.6 when Hudson got up.
Inches just clutching onto that rope, using it as a crunch.
I know, but I gotta ask, if Hudson hadn't been able to get to the ropes, to use the ropes to get up, that might not have happened.
Wait a minute, the champ grabbing the mic now. He's got some words to say.
1 second, everybody. Brock. I told you it wouldn't be like last time. It wouldn't be a draw. There will be a winner. There will be a loser. And like I said, you're looking at the winner and still your WWN Proving Ground Heavyweight Champion, Jonathan Hudson. Well, first and foremost, did everyone have a good time tonight? I can't hear you. Did everyone have a good time tonight? That's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. I was going to say this once, coming from the champ, the boys in the back, all of the WWN officials, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you so much for coming out each and every week and supporting us and letting us do what we love to do, which is beat the crap out of each other and make sure you guys have a good Friday night. So, while my opponent heals, everybody get home safe, get home soon. We'll see you next week. I love you.
see the official. Jim Bragg concerns. Rick Dames coming in.
3 to the first 50 people through the door. So see you guys tomorrow. If you cannot make it tomorrow, we'll see you next week here at WWN Proving Ground.
Yeah, definitely some concern here for Brian Brock. Nevertheless, for Captain Aranova, for Francisco Chiato, for Superstar Sean Davis, for Michael James, I'm Trevin Adams. Thanks for joining us. We hope you join us again soon. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network.